It's called Advanced Answering Techniques. So it is 3 professional people explaining to other people how to answer different questions, a multiple variety of questions. Advanced Answering Techniques.
Welcome to Advanced Answering Techniques. I'm one of your hosts, Josh, and I struggle to think of myself that way. Our culture has lost its way. We have increasingly difficult time finding truth. Like wise men of old, we take listener questions. Like monks of old, we answer those questions definitively. Like when Aquinas told everyone how many angels can dance on the head of a pin. You guys remember
6?
that? It was 6.
Is it?
Yep.
That was actually just a guess.
He said it was
Wow.
it was about 6, but it depends on how big the angels are.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some big angels.
Yeah. Like knights of old, these answers are ironclad. And like kings of old, we do all this with a sense of sprezzatura while simultaneously provoking the question, how inbred are these kings? I'm joined by a couple of additional hosts. We reign together over the podcast. Gabe.
Aye.
You can tell he's got a quiet nobility about him. And then Caleb,
Hello.
who seems to have gotten the full brunt of those more negative aspects of inbreeding. In the birth order, it goes Caleb, then Gabe. And it seems like a cannonball of mental degradation was speeding towards them. But Caleb jumped out in front, took one for the team.
I'm glad you said inbreeding
Yeah.
because you said that we were wondering how inbred they were.
Yeah.
And I mean, the simple man that I am,
Yeah.
I thought you meant like
Like in a sandwich.
If we were inside of a sandwich, like the Lord of Sandwich.
Like the Earl of Sandwich.
Sorry, Earl.
No. He probably was some kind of lord.
Sure.
Yeah.
He's titled nobility.
Would he get a seat in the House of Lords?
I
don't
think
know.
so.
Probably.
I think so. I don't
Yeah.
know how
Yeah.
it works, but
I don't know
probably.
either.
Yeah.
Anyway, like that guy. That guy's pretty inbred.
Yeah. Or
His meat is.
or whoever the king of Franz, the Franz
Oh, yes.
bakery.
Yeah.
You know what I think is pretty inbred?
What?
Some salami.
Yeah, some salami.
Maybe some ham.
Yeah.
Salami, I feel like do you make a salami sandwich much?
Yeah, I
When's
do.
the last
You
time
do?
you had salami?
A couple days ago.
Wow.
Yeah, salami is a pretty common fixture in the old
In the old Gabe Sesnovic household.
That's right.
Wow.
Please don't reveal any
I'm sorry.
personal information.
I'm sorry. I'll bleep.
Thank you.
I'll bleep the last part of that last name.
Yes.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to find out.
Guys, do we have anything, or should we just get right into the question? Or
Do
anything
we
we
want
need
to talk
get
about a
to?
movie or not?
Talk about a movie?
I watched a movie
Okay.
It's called Highlander.
Highlander.
Have you
there
guys
can
seen
only be
Highlander?
one.
It's been a long time.
Never seen it.
I used to watch
I
the
know.
TV show a little more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of makes more sense like that.
As a TV show.
Maybe.
You think so?
It was surprising. There's a lot of surprises in the movie. Even knowing what I knew about it,
Yeah.
one of the things that stuck out to me is there is a...
Sorry, Caleb. I know this is an older movie,
Yeah.
but for our listeners, could you just give kind of a brief,
Sure.
kind of a notion of what the premise is?
The premise is that there's this guy, he's called the Highlander.
Right.
And he's one of a special class of people that are like, I don't know how they're made, but they come about.
Yeah.
And basically what happens to these people is they are immortal. They cannot be killed unless their head is chopped off, I think, by another one of these people. I don't know
even if they just accidentally, their head in some kind of
yeah.
auto accident.
I don't
or-
think it would work
Yeah.
if there was like a Highlander guy, like the Highlander
He works in a factory.
was in a factory and his head got chopped.
What if
He was working in some kind of chicken
meat processing
meat processing plant and his neck got
Yeah.
in there somehow.
He was like, this thing seems
Whoa.
all stuffed up. Better get my head in there
Yeah.
to have a look.
Let's see if it's fitting around the chicken necks. And let's see
if
it would fit around my neck, it would definitely fit around these chicken necks.
and for some reason it's not working.
what if you tied down a Highlander to a road, tied him down to the road,
Yeah, to the road.
and then drove a car at him
Yeah.
So-
really fast, so his head's sticking up? and you
Yeah.
drive over him and knock his head off.
Why?
But
Sorry,
but you're driving a Toyota Highlander. Would it work?
Yeah, and sorry, one other thing, you've replaced the wheels on at least one side with big spinning blades.
Right.
Okay. I
Right.
mean, that sounds good if you can explain to me how you're tying someone down to the road.
With
Tying someone
rope.
down to the road.
You just
Yeah.
So you
Let's-
wrap the rope around the road.
Sure.
You
and
could
then
use
the
ropes
Highlander
or
is
cords.
Yeah.
you just wrap it. It's just and it
Yes.
And
you
you
just
so
tie
you-
him down to the road.
Time to the road. You
you wrap the rope around the road.
just
and
anchor the
Highlander's
rope
in there.
sort of on the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because the more like basic way you would think of this is a train. There's a train track.
Yeah.
Toyota
and it's
doesn't make
something
a Highlander
very
train.
Yeah.
easy to tie someone to is
Caleb,
a
it
train
feels
track.
like you're not following the premise of what Gabe's saying.
I
got
got to poke
stuck.
holes in this.
I got stuck. No, yeah, like because you could drive a Highlander over a train track. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
could
They
do
do have
that.
all
I
I mean,
All-wheel
if you're
drive.
if you're like already tying someone down, I don't know how worried you are about like, well, let's obey some of the laws.
Sure.
And not drive a
We're not
car.
going to drive a car on a train track. We're trying to kill this guy, but we're not going to go that far.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's my thing. Is there's
Okay.
a lot of rules. There's a lot of things you just have to accept
Okay.
And they
move
don't
along.
They don't address
And
that specific scenario
no, they
in
don't.
the films or
They
TV.
don't really. There's a lot of scenarios that don't address. But
Yeah, that's
basically,
one that you know right away. That's -1 star from my
Yeah,
perspective.
whole
Yes.
star. And what's the
Yes.
scale of stars that you actually use? Is it?
The one that I use.
Yeah.
Well, it's
How many stars is possible?
there's a possibility of a, I've toyed around with this. It kind of move between say 45 to 50 stars.
So that's
okay.
because
Okay.
it's not an established standard. It
Right.
does kind
Well,
of.
you could choose different amounts
the
of
integrity.
stars for
Right.
different movies. Because
Yeah.
some movies are more basic. Some movie might be it's a really basic movie, so it's 3-star movie. But then
Yeah.
you choose how many of those stars the movie gets.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know how many it fills in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But if there's a really good movie, then
Yeah.
and then it gets So that is kind of something. It does kind of end up being 50 stars overall.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's 3 out of 3 for like a movie that's not that good. And for a movie that's really good,
Right.
it's 45 out of 45.
Right.
Yeah, it's a weird system, but
Yeah.
But it works.
yeah, it
People
totally
love it.
works. It works.
That's why I've really kind of reached the pinnacle of the film critic world.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
My opinions are, they're people want to know what I think.
They're sought
Mhm.
after.
Sought after.
Sought after.
Sought after.
So yeah, the Highlander is a guy who lives forever unless another Highlander chops his head off, and then that Highlander subsumes his power, that other guy's power, and they live a really long time is the deal, and so but then there's this big event that's going to happen where there's going to be the 2 last Highlander guys. So they're not all called Highlanders, but that's what you end up saying because that's the name of the movie, but anyway,
Kind of
It's
like
like
when you
how-
watch Home Alone.
when you refer to Kevin McAllister as Home Alone,
Yes, he's
Home
Home
Aloner.
Home Alone.
You know what? I love that part when Home Aloner
then-
sets up all the traps.
Yeah.
And then Home Alone has to go to the grocery
Let's
store.
go to the grocery store.
He gets scared.
Yep.
Home Alone gets yelled
he gets scared of the shovel killer,
at. Yes.
shovel slayer,
Mhm.
and runs away from the pharmacist
Yeah.
or cashier at the pharmacy
Yeah.
Mhm.
who's pursuing him. Home Alone has to skid across the ice
Yeah. Oh yeah. But then Home Alone
between someone's legs. Home Alone slides right between someone's legs.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
And then Home Alone later on disguises himself as a wise man.
Yeah, yeah, but really not that much later.
No.
Yeah,
Really soon.
pretty soon after.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. But so it's sort of like that. But anyway, Highlander, well, my main thing was that there's some intercourse in the movie in
Oh
Highlander.
no.
And I was not expecting it. The
Yeah.
tone of the movie is not such that you
Yeah.
think this is about to happen.
Yeah.
It happens, And I was just thinking of how insane it would be to be one of the actors in that scene and go, I did a nude scene in the movie Highlander.
Yeah.
It's crazy. If you,
yeah.
it's like there's some like okay.
Would I feel like that was crazier if I had recently seen the movie?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you would, because not that I'm ever really in favor of people doing like
Right.
nude scenes.
But there are some movies that are
Where you're
simply
like-
begging for it.
There's some movies where you're like, well, it was a great movie
Yeah.
and they chose to do this, but maybe it seemed worth it.
Yeah.
But reading the script of Highlander
Yeah.
and then deciding that you're also going to expose yourself like that, it
Yeah.
just seems absolutely insane to
Yeah.
me. So that
Doesn't
was
seem
one thing.
doesn't seem worth it.
No, it didn't seem worth
And
it.
how many stars would you give that movie?
Mm-hmm.
How many stars would I give it?
Yeah.
I mean, to me, the movie is worth, I'd say around, I don't know, 50 stars in
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
But out of those 50, I'm going to color in 2.
Okay. So this one's 2 out of 50.
2 out of 50.
Yeah.
Not very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Are they? Sorry, are they the 2 biggest stars?
They're the biggest
okay.
stars.
Yeah.
And what
All the
color?
other stars
And
are
sorry.
really small.
Yeah.
Sorry, what color?
One's green, one's blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
And guys, if you've been following the podcast, you know that's not great.
Yeah, it's not great. No, I really enjoyed it. I suggest people watch it. But with the forewarning that there is content in it.
Yeah.
Is there content in this?
There's content. There's some content.
There's some content.
But yeah, it's, I don't know. I really wish there's so much potential in it.
Yeah.
And it's literally, part of it is just the fact of when it was made
Yeah.
that it doesn't quite work, because
Yeah.
there's so much ADR.
Yeah.
There's so much audio recorded after the fact, and it does not match.
Wow.
So frequently, the kinds of screams,
Okay.
sometimes the exclamations that people make are they just don't match.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah.
2 stars.
2 stars.
It sounded like you were almost gonna like bump it up a star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Because
actually
it
gonna
was
bump it up
enjoyable.
10 stars. It's 12
So
stars.
it's 12 stars.
Yeah, there's a mixture. Let's say there's 6 blue,
Mm-hmm.
6
4
green. Oh.
4 green, and 2 yellow.
Okay. So
Wow.
it did actually get some yellows, which
Yeah,
long-time listeners of the podcast will know that's pretty good.
2 yellow stars.
2 yellows.
Yeah.
Guys,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
yeah, thanks, Caleb.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Yeah. I think we should consider at some point us kind of working on a new Highlander film,
Okay.
kind of, improving some things.
Yeah.
At least editing out that nude scene.
Right.
Yes, if we
Yeah.
could edit out,
Yeah.
just do the whole movie,
Yeah.
basically
Or
clean
sh-
flicks.
Yeah.
Shop.
Just fix it.
Photoshop like a shirt into it.
Yeah,
A couple shirts.
Yeah.
a couple shirts, 4 shirts, top and bottom,
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Yep. If you're desperate.
Yeah.
or 1 long shirt for each one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Guys, this week we have a question. Speaking of content, boy, did that pass by.
Oh yeah,
We talked about content a little while ago.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring it up again because we got to get to the content of the episode,
Which
Yeah.
is?
which is we have a question from little boy.
Yes.
This is a question from Elliot.
Mm.
And I just want to be totally transparent
Obviously.
here. This is a podcast where 3 brothers frequently take questions from people we're related to
Mm-hmm.
in some way, or people who are related to each other.
Yes,
Right.
And so I just want to get ahead of kind of charges of nepotism and everything.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's really important in this
Yeah.
environment.
But we are dealing with a Nepo baby.
We're dealing with a Nepo baby. He, has access to this podcast
right.
because he's my son.
Yeah, is that why our listenership isn't growing so much?
Is that I've had
You only grant
Very few
access.
sons.
You grant access to people according to their relationship to us?
No, I mean that's an interesting. That's such an interesting question.
Yeah.
It does it is so much easier when you know somebody to think, oh, this is good. And I'm going to let you ask a question.
Yeah.
It is easy. It is just that's just a reality.
Right.
Is that's easier.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like when the email comes in and his name is there.
Yeah.
It's almost, it's not true, but it's
Yeah.
almost like his name is in bigger font. It's
Yeah.
bold.
Yeah, it's
And
bolded.
yeah.
And it's that starred.
It kind of floats to the
Yeah,
the top
to the
of the
top,
pile, and
right?
you're kind of like, okay, it's hard to deny.
It's hard to deny that's just true.
Right.
That makes it easier. So when I get a question from somebody, I'm like, who is this? Why I don't.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up in my home.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't raise you.
That's hard.
What kind of question could you have?
That's hard to think. Oh, let's give this person access to this kind. I mean, there's power in answers,
Yes.
don't you think?
Oh,
Oh,
I wouldn't be
yeah.
doing the podcast if I didn't think that was true.
It's
Yeah.
really, it kind of you get to define reality when you
For
answer a
people who are
question.
asking the questions,
For the
yeah.
pe- yeah.
Especially if they accept it.
Well, Caleb, it's anyone who's listening, isn't it?
It is. It's anyone.
You said it.
Yeah.
Anyone who's listening.
Yeah, not just people who are asking questions.
Yeah.
We've got about 5 people who ask questions. We've got a lot more listeners than that.
Yeah, that's true.
In
But
order
is it
of
power? Are
magnitude.
we powerful to them?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would hope to think so.
I think
Yeah.
the only way we'll find out is if somebody asks us,
Yeah.
and then we can answer
Yeah.
definitively.
That's true.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Maybe we'll get that question.
Maybe we'll get that
sometime.
question. Guys,
Yes.
let's go ahead and listen to a question from my son, Elliot.
Just got out of Safeway. I felt a little weird in there because I was kind of just milling around while I was waiting for my tire to be patched a block away. So I walked into Safeway and I was just looking at what they got in there. And I felt kind of weird because I wasn't going to buy anything. And one of the cashiers was kind of eyeing me as I was leaving. And I didn't want to make them feel like uncomfortable or anything. Like maybe they were letting a shoplifter get away. So I just yelled, "I didn't steal anything! I didn't steal anything!" And left. Have you guys ever stolen anything? And if you got the chance, would you do it all over again?
Okay. That's the question.
And I just want to say brave, Josh,
Yeah.
for mentioning your close relationship with Elliot.
Yeah. Somebody who sounds like that.
Somebody, well, yeah, right. Yes. No, just somebody that could be that could be a suspect in a shoplifting.
Right.
Like somebody that based on basically nothing, people might think,
People go,
hang on.
what's going on with him?
All right.
So-
Yeah. He does have kind of a shoplifter's brow.
Yeah. Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
In the 1800s, there were all those ideas about if your character influenced the way that you look.
The
Yeah.
phrenology? Or
Phrenology.
no, that's your
I think it's
skull.
related, but I
Okay.
think it is related to that kind of thing. It's like your physiology, your character influences your physiology.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I think that's
Um,
true.
Yeah, I think it is too. I
my
mean,
my characters I made in my video games, RPGs.
yeah,
I totally think about them when I'm doing stuff in the world.
yeah.
Would my guy do this?
Your character.
You
Wait,
said
sorry.
your characters influence your physiology.
Oh, I see.
Is that what you said?
Yeah, yeah. So you're saying this is I I have a lot of respect for your theories.
Okay, yeah.
So I want to make sure that this gets the best possible airing
Yeah,
that it can. You're saying your characters influence your physiology,
Right.
and that makes you think, would my characters do this in the world?
Yeah, be this way. Walk like this.
Have kind of have like a
Hunch.
like this.
Would my guy hunch?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my
You
guy's
think back, he
my
goes, yeah,
character's
he's a
hunchback. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you see me doing that, I'm really living up to my character.
Yeah.
His baseline is hunch. Like anything he does
Yeah.
He-
It's
begins
hunch.
from a hunch.
What
It's
this guy-
hunch.
what that
You-
guy
He's like a
do this?
detective.
When
in
he's
this way.
lying down, you're like, is he hunched? Oh, yeah.
He's always got a hunch.
Yeah.
Like Gabe said, just like a detective.
Mm-hmm.
True. Quasimodo. Sherlock
Yes.
Holmes.
Quasimodo PI.
Does the bell need to be rung? Yes.
Depends on what time it is.
How does
Let me
Quasimodo talk?
deduce.
He's got a French accent.
Yeah. Let me deduce.
Doesn't he's,
But make it dumber.
But
Let me deduce.
I think the touchstone is sanctuary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's when you're doing a Quasimodo impression, guys. This is for the listeners. I know you guys know this.
Yeah.
You want to lean on sanctuary.
Right.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the core of your.
Do you know I
impression
went
right there.
there? I didn't see no hunchback.
No?
Nope.
Well, that's just
I didn't
they're
see a hunchback. All I saw, a bunch of Asian tourists.
modern culture
Oh,
is
yeah.
sanitizing history
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
that way, removing hunchbacks, replacing them with
Yeah.
Asian tourists.
Yeah.
I feel like that, yeah, Disney should do a remake of
Yeah, the Asian tourists of
Have
Notre Dame.
Quasimodo
Asian
be played by a group of Asian tourists.
in a trench coat.
Sort of a Greek chorus.
Yes.
But not Greek.
Yeah. And they're going to
Korean
hunch.
or something.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yep, guys. First of all, I just want to talk a little bit about Elliot. Does seem to be in the great out of doors when he's recording this.
Yeah. He likes to do that.
Does he? He's done that before?
I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Elliot
Yeah.
outside record a question for podcast?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
he do.
That's what he did.
Yep. Yep.
Once or twice.
I've heard it.
Okay. Yeah. So it's always nice to kind of hear the wind on a microphone.
Yes.
It's nice.
Yeah.
That's always.
We like that.
Yeah. Oh, totally.
Makes someone sound like they're sort of on board a schooner
Yeah.
in the middle of a squall.
Well, like, it's definitely like boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
journal-
It gives it
something.
Yes, Gonzo. kind of
Gonzo.
edge.
verite. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I love it.
AI can't, AI is not going to do that.
No.
We know
No,
it's
no, no, no.
real. It's
Yeah.
human.
It's humanizing.
Yeah. AI would probably know better than to record
AI
outside.
would put like another thumb on the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just search, all of human, information about best recording techniques. That would
Yeah.
probably be pretty close to the top of the list.
Yeah.
Don't record outside in the wind.
Yeah.
And it would just not do that.
Yeah.
But that's why we like humans. Because they're always messing
Doing-
stuff up.
Yeah.
Yeah, delivering these crummy recordings.
Right.
It makes us go, it feels so good.
Oh yeah.
You take that.
Part of the
Skynet.
human race.
I like it.
Yeah.
No, I don't dislike
I like
it.
the question.
No,
No,
the
it's-
question's good.
It's a good question.
Gets home.
Yeah. Have you guys ever stolen anything? And if not, and if so, would you do it all again? It's kind of
Yes.
Yes, I have.
idea.
And I would.
Yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Okay.
So have I.
Yeah.
And I would.
Me too.
I've stolen two things.
I would not.
Really? Okay.
I wouldn't do it again.
What did you steal, Josh?
Well, I'll tell like I've stolen a few things. The one that I'm most implicated in was my friend got. This was when I was in late high school. My friend got a new coat that was really big, and I thought, let's go to a convenience store.
Mm-hmm.
You guys know the one. It's I will bleep this, but it's not a wish
Oh yeah.
store.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Small mom and pop shop.
small mom and pop shop. And there was just we'd been in the middle of a long day of playing GoldenEye on a Sunday,
Yeah.
and we were feeling a bit
Oh,
peckish
Josh, you stole something on a Sunday.
on a Sunday. I
Good
know.
heavens.
And we went to the store, and we sort of took my friend through the aisles and just stuffed various things into his pockets and into his sleeves. Just kind of, he did not want to do this,
Okay.
and he was telling us, "Don't do this." We ignored him, and we just shoved things into his coat,
Yeah.
and then made him walk out of the store, and then went and enjoyed our ill-gotten gains,
Wow.
including, I think, some fudge, some Keebler Elf fudge cookies.
Yeah.
You guys know those?
EL fudge.
Or are they?
Yeah.
EL fudge. Or they're like Ripple. I don't remember. Those cookies.
Nice.
Stole a bunch of those.
Those are good ones.
Some Doritos, I think.
Okay.
Stole a bunch of snacks.
Dude,
Crazy.
that's
And
so messed up,
left.
Josh.
I know. I wouldn't do it again.
Wow.
And
I was just gonna say, in St. Augustine's Confessions,
Yes.
yeah.
there's the sequence about the pears, stealing the pears and destroying the pears, and that feeling of doing something simply because you know that you should not,
Mm-hmm.
and taking like a weird pleasure in the evil of it.
Yeah.
I feel like that was that experience for me.
Interesting. Yeah.
It was not. It didn't feel good. It felt bad.
You
to
were
do
like, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a glee. There was a real glee.
Did it taste sweet, though?
Oh, I mean, yes. Forbidden fruit is so sweet.
The sweetest.
Yeah.
The sweetest fruits. That was the. It
Even
was
the-
actually. I found it to be those cookies to be too sweet.
Too sweet.
Forbidden.
Doritos,
Yeah.
not great sweet.
They should be sweetened. They were sweetened by sin.
Dude, what about this, though? Big Cinnamon Toast Crunch in a bag like
Yeah.
Doritos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Big cinnamon
Big
toast crunch.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Be pretty good. But again, it's already pretty sweet. Doesn't
Yeah.
need
It
to
would be too sweet.
Do you
Now that
remember
would be
when
too
they
sweet.
made chips out of chocolate? Do you remember this?
Yes.
The very, very good treat
Yep.
of Almond Joy,
Yeah, there were all different kinds.
and it was
but they were
shaped like a Pringle.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And it would come in a similar little container, and it was
Insane.
such a delicious
Yeah.
treat.
Why would you
Because it
do
was
that?
just little flecks of coconut and almond, I assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, wow.
I know. Why
That-
would you do that?
I was just thinking
Yeah.
about sweet chips, and I was like,
Yeah.
have they ever made sweet chips?
And they did.
They did. They did made that.
They did made that.
Oh, and I forgot to also mention that, that for a long time I stole music and movies just every day. of my
Oh,
life.
yes,
Yeah.
that's true. That is true,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, I've stolen more than
Is
two
it,
things,
you
for
know,
sure.
I mean, are we talking about things or categories?
Right.
Right.
Those are just out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I see. I see what you mean. Yeah, I have a couple stories, I guess. I mean, I used to steal cigarettes from my brother, my older brother. I would steal cigarettes from him because I could not buy them.
He wouldn't sell them to you.
He wouldn't sell them to me, so I had to steal them.
Yeah.
And I would smoke them in our garage late at night.
Yeah.
And that was not me just stealing for the joy of it. If I
Right.
could have bought them, I would.
Right.
And I didn't feel too bad, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I probably should feel worse.
Yeah. But you still don't even.
I don't really
Even
feel too
today
bad.
with the benefit of
He
hindsight.
shouldn't have had them.
You were helping him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I'm his younger brother who can't even buy cigarettes. I should smoke these so he doesn't.
It does.
Doing him a favor.
And then the other thing is I've stolen is valor.
Oh, yep. Stolen valor.
I have stolen
That true?
valor. Yeah.
Who'd you steal
Oh,
valor
yeah, I
from?
remember.
I used to steal valor, not too overtly,
But it was for
it did
personal
work.
gain,
I mean, it
or-
wasn't exactly gain. It
Yeah.
was to not
to avoid a
to
punishment.
avoid problems. I had some military jackets
Mm-hmm.
that I would keep one in my car. So I would put it in such a place that it could be easily seen. So if I got pulled over, they would see that I had a military jacket. And then I feel like it did help me sometimes. I didn't get any tickets.
It was
I did get pulled over, and I didn't
remember
get tickets.
one instance where the officer pulled you over, and the answer that you gave to the question he asked was so stupid that the only way that you
What
got
was
out of
it?
it, the only way that made sense for you to get out of it was that he had seen this jacket.
Yeah. What did I
And-
say? What was it?
You know, it was something like you had a headlight out
Oh.
and you were just using your brights.
Yeah.
And the answer you gave him was like it was just like very clearly a lie or something. Or maybe you were speeding and you said that you were going with the flow of traffic, but there was nobody around or something like that. It was
Well, I was
funny.
trying to get up to the traffic
right,
officer.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah. There's no traffic
The
here.
traffic
so I
has
was
left me
going
in the dust.
all the way to get to the
realized.
traffic. I was just trying to get to war, sir.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm late for the war.
I'm late for war.
Late for my war.
Yeah. So yeah, I did do that, and I would do it again if I was in that same situation. I would probably do it again.
Steal valor.
Steal some valor. It wasn't too overt. If someone asked me, "Are you in the military?" I would say no.
Yeah.
But
No, but
I
have
would
this
lead
jacket.
people on. Yeah. Anyone could have a jacket like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So I would just lead people on. Be like, hey, yeah, maybe don't give me a ticket, sir. You think I'm serving our country?
Yeah. What was the name on? Was there the name wasn't visible on the jacket? It was just
No, yeah, I think. Well, no, you could see part of the name.
Okay.
It was like Martinez or something.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was. I think the other one may have been Ramos
Yes.
or something.
yeah.
Yeah. So
And so they
I
look
would
at your
kind of go.
yeah. You would just hope that they wouldn't kind of look at your
I am
license.
so sorry, officer.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they were
so sorry, officer.
yeah. Yeah. Because
Okay.
Because of Martinez.
right.
Yes.
To a
He-
Spanish accent.
Yeah, Martinez has a really complicated backstory.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm sorry. Martinez, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he thinks a Spanish accent is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So you were kind of covering by pretending to be somebody who's covering,
Kind of some layers
but
deep.
who's a little more confused.
Kind of some layers deep. And I was like,
Yeah.
and then I tried to get Gabe to play along by going like, the war made him, the
Yeah.
war did this to
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He used to actually
Yeah.
have a real Spanish accent.
Right.
Yeah.
But now this is what he thinks
Yeah.
a Spanish accent is.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't do it.
He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't.
Gabe
say,
wouldn't do
He's
that.
got PTSD.
Like,
Post-traumatic
Accent
Spanish accent disorder.
yes.
But we're on our way, so he could take his PTSAT.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Post traumatic.
And you got 1,600.
Oh
this
yeah, I
under
was
PTSD?
not
You got
good.
1,600 stars
Load
out of
away.
2,400
You're not
stars.
trying to get. You're not trying to get those stars.
They were all green.
What if there was a Mario game where you were like trying to avoid the coins?
Man, dude.
Yeah. Bad coins.
Listen up.
What if you had to play Mario bad coins?
Bad.
Let's get me
Mario
a moto.
bad. Mario Kart bad coin edition.
Let's get Miyamoto on the horn. Miyamoto-san,
And they're everywhere.
They're everywhere.
we have a
guys.
pitch for
Oh.
you, sir.
It's like a bullet hell. It's like one
Yeah.
of those bullet hell games.
Right.
With
With
the
coins.
Wow.
And you can see they're bad, but they don't look normal.
They don't look normal.
They look bad.
Evil coins.
Yeah, they're evil coins.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and at the end of the game, you have to pay in real money all the coins that you've collected.
What's the exchange rate?
It's 1-to-1.
Just 1 coin for 1 cent?
No,
One
no, no.
coin
The
for
coins are actual golden coins.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty expensive. But then you get you get to keep the bad coins, I guess.
Yeah. You get to keep the bad coins. You have to pay for them.
Yeah.
But then you get,
Then you get to keep.
them. Yeah. And they'll give them to you on and you'll just be in debt
Yeah.
if you can't pay for them.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, you don't want to hear what the interest rate is.
No,
Yeah. Oh, it's
it's
bad.
not good.
It's an
It's like a
evil
credit card.
interest rate.
It's like a credit card interest rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
keep compound. They kind of keep compounding the
Mhm.
interest and everything.
Because they're not your coins.
yeah,
Look, these coins are just out and about, and you're getting them.
yeah,
That's how the regular Mario works.
right.
He's kind of like the world's biggest thief.
He's stealing. He's just finding coins.
Yeah. He's just there's coins everywhere, no claim to them.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the coins are out, and there's let's say there's one of the little brown like
Goombas.
Goomba guys.
Yeah,
They don't seem that interested in getting the coins. They
Yeah,
can
they
see the
can't even
coins.
get them. I think they walk
Yeah.
right through
right.
them.
So it's
So-
like
these are Bowser's
These-
coins.
they are.
I'm guessing they're Bowser's coins.
Okay. So Mario's stealing all of Bowser's coins as he
coins.
moves through the world.
And is that okay? We know Bowser's bad,
Yeah.
but you can just steal things from bad
Well,
guys.
okay, but also stealing, like, it's not like the coins are only in a box in Bowser's castle or
Right.
something.
No,
It's like
they're left
they're
out.
just all over the place. So honestly,
Yeah.
it's kind of like
But they have Bowser's image on them.
yeah,
Do they? I
Should-
don't know. I
yeah,
just said
it's-
that.
run there into Bowser.
similar to what Jesus said.
Okay, so what if at the end of the game you could decide to give Bowser back all his coins?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Or you could decide to keep them for yourself.
Is
Yeah.
Bowser the king of the world?
He's trying to be.
Okay.
yeah.
But I mean, I assume if he has currency,
Right.
minted with his image on it,
yes,
then he's like the king, the monarch of Mario World.
of that realm.
He's the king of Super Mario World.
yeah,
Yeah, that seems kind of weird.
I don't know.
something doesn't add
But-
up, Bowser.
Yeah. And if he was the king, then wouldn't Princess Peach already be
So-
with him?
Exactly. Can't you steal?
Yeah.
Can you steal
If he was
from a thief?
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Maybe Bowser believes in universal base income. That's why he leaves the coins out like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I mean, if you're going to do the work, though, you have to work to get those coins. Sometimes they're really tricky spots.
Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes you have to smash into a brick.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
got to jump.
Yeah. Bowser's making these smash through these bricks to get these coins.
Yeah,
Right.
that's not
I
universal
have
basic
to
income.
jump all over the place just to get a tiny little coin. That's you're making me work so
It
hard.
seems like a bad deal.
Yeah. Bowser. Yeah, I think that if somebody wanted to run against Bowser
Right.
for king
For King.
of
In
Super
the
Mario
running.
World,
The king
Yeah.
elections.
that's a pretty good platform. Is I shouldn't have to jump all over the place and smash into bricks first to get some coins.
First
just-
part of my platform, no coins in bricks. I might put a coin on a brick.
Yeah. Sometimes there's a bunch of coins in a brick.
In a brick.
And you have to
Yeah.
hit
I
it
have
a
to
ton of
punch it.
times.
A bunch.
Yeah. With your head. Dude, how much CTE
Yeah.
does Mario have?
Mario.
Yeah. Second
That's why.
point.
That's why he
second
talks
point of
that
my-
way.
Yeah.
It's a me.
It's a me.
Yeah.
It's a CT.
Yeah.
It's a me.
You see his eyes. They're completely dilated. They're letting in all the light. Is that right? Or is the other way?
Yeah, that's
No
correct.
light. No, they're letting in so much light.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not healthy.
Yeah. Gabe, what have you stolen?
Two things. First, well, not first, but the first on my list that I've arranged in reverse
Yeah.
chronological order.
Right?
Okay, so
Is-
second.
If you're talking chronologically, yes. But I'm talking reverse chronologically. First,
So first.
so the first thing I stole was my wife's heart. Never gave that back.
Oh boy.
That's number one.
You guys hated that.
No, here's what I hated was that I was just formulating that I was going to say something really similar.
Really?
And then you said that.
No. And then the second thing, which was the first thing I actually stole, was a small piece of bulk candy from Farmer Brown's when I was but a young lad.
Yeah.
They had containers full of all sorts of different candies wrapped individually, like bubble yum, right? Is that the
Mm.
ones like the wax that?
I
is-
don't see. It would surprise me. I think double bubble is what you're thinking.
Is that double bubble? It's
because
like the small cylinder, like barrel
Yeah.
size.
Yeah.
Not barrel size.
No,
Barrel
yeah,
shape.
it is. It is.
Oh,
shape.
man.
I think.
But then there's like the root beer barrels.
Yes.
There's the
a lot of
strawberry.
barrel, strawberry
Yeah.
barrel.
Yeah, strawberry
Barrels,
barrels, barrel
Yeah.
juice.
Yeah.
What is this, Donkey Kong supermarket?
Farmer Brown's?
Yeah.
No, it was a cow.
Okay.
It was a cow's supermarket.
Yep.
And a cow.
Yeah, the
what-
farmer was a cow.
the farmer
which
was a
is
cow.
pretty messed up.
And the cow loved to be serving you deli meats. That's
Yeah.
what I remember. They had one version of the caricature, using a deli meat slicer.
Yeah,
Which is,
he's-
like all of
pretty-
these
Yeah.
insane.
mascots,
Yeah.
it gets really distressing the
Pretty-
more you
pretty
consider
quick.
it.
Well, it was, and they didn't shy away from it. It was him slicing his back half.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty. They did a lot of work to sort of set the cow up as a contortionist
Well, it was like
who could do
Right.
this.
This is all information that
He
you're
was-
getting as you enter the store. There's sort of lore spread around on various end caps and
It was-
and cool, freezer sections.
It feels a little bit
Super-
like
yeah.
like when you enter a pyramid, and you're
Or yes, definitely like when you enter a pyramid. Totally. And I was
walk-
also going to say, like,
Yeah.
those like avant-garde plays where the play's going on around you
Yes.
and you're sort of,
Yeah.
you could witness sections of the play.
right.
But you're like, you might get to a point where you're like, I don't understand how the cow can do that.
Right. And then you
But you go, I bet if I go to a different part of
Yeah.
the store,
That's 'cause
I
I
will
will
know.
learn.
Yes.
I'll see the cow doing some stretches, slowly increasing
So-
flexibility.
Oh, I didn't know he could do that because I haven't bought beans yet. They kind of expect you
Yeah.
to have bought beans before
Yeah.
you get to the tortilla aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah.
They did a lot of work to make sure that things, and grocery stores will do this. Will kind of study like your patterns around
Yeah.
the store
do,
to
yeah.
put things in
Right.
certain places. You're going to see this there.
Oh, yeah.
So they've done a lot.
Well,
of that.
children
Yeah.
have a totally different story when they go to Farmer Brown's.
Yeah.
yeah.
They come out with a very different story.
And I always remember being a little bit confused about why we called it Farmer Brown's, because once I learned to read, I would go to that store and I'd look around and there wasn't anything that said Farmer Brown's.
Yeah.
Not anything.
Yeah.
It all said Martin's Country Market.
Right.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until years later that I learned that it had once been called Farmer Brown's.
Part of the deep lore.
And then it was rebranded as Martin's Country Market. And I guess I just wasn't paying close enough attention while we were walking around.
Yeah.
Reading the
No.
hieroglyphs, reading the...
Well, honestly, you
You know.
believe what's told you more often when you're young than what you read.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know?
Especially if you can't read.
Yeah, if you can't
Yeah.
read, then you're kind of like, how am I even supposed to believe that?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I
Am I
still...
going to believe this random jumble of letters?
over my sweet parents
You
or
mean-
my dear siblings.
My computer believes random jumbles of letters
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny just to watch.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I
Well, and if...
sign in with two-factor
Yeah.
authentication,
Yeah.
get a code.
Right.
And my computer believes.
Well, and
me.
I use a lot of randomly generated passwords. And that's what's crazy is that the only thing that this login screen will believe
Yeah.
is this random jumble of
Yeah.
numbers and letters.
Yeah.
It won't believe anything else. It says wrong, wrong.
Yep. Wrong,
Every
wrong,
time I
wrong.
put
Yeah.
something that's not.
Yeah.
I could put a whole novel in there and it
Right.
would say nope.
Nope, not
And then
that.
I put ZYQYZZ22ZYT CYQQWA and it
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
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 I'm
Yeah.
using a lot of different languages in there.
No, I understand. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't believe it. But
No,
No.
I don't believe it the same way my computer believes.
Right.
Oh my gosh, you would not believe what my computer believes.
Gabe,
I stole
what
a
did
small
you
gummy
steal?
shark.
Gummy shark.
Oh, I remember
And,
those.
and that's one that, pro tip to
Yeah.
any 5 or 6-year-olds out there
Yeah.
listening. If you are going to steal from the bulk candy section, go for the unwrapped ones, because once you put your grubby little mitts on it, maybe even sucked on the gummy shark a little bit, your mom will say, don't steal. But she really doesn't have any other recourse because
Yeah.
you're
What are you
already
gonna
eating
do?
it. You're not going to take
Yeah.
it back
Put it
in.
back.
Also, there's no trace.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No paper trail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
wrapper trail.
No cellophane trail.
No little cellophane stuck in your pockets or your mom's washing your pants later and goes, well, that certainly seems to have an unknown provenance
Yeah.
in this household.
Gabriel, come downstairs. You come downstairs.
Gabriel, go downstairs.
Yes, Mom. I
I-
always obey. So
I was doing the laundry,
promptly.
and guess what I found?
Did you find some grass stains on my jeans?
They were there. That's not really what I was talking
Dirty
about.
socks?
Yeah.
Yes, there were some dirty
Mom,
socks. Yes.
hey,
What?
be honest with the boy. You found some grass stains. We don't need to be cagey about that.
Yes, I did find some grass stains, but that's
I was
not
just
what I'm
playing
talking
outside.
about. That's fine.
Okay. Bye.
Look,
I
no,
start to
come
walk
back
away.
here.
No,
Come back
okay,
here.
Okay.
Look at this. Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
What?
What's this?
Looks like some paper.
It's not paper.
It's not paper.
Don't play dumb.
Hey,
You're the smart one.
listen. I know,
Looks like paper. It sounds like cellophane.
brother. Look, my little brother. Thank you for coming over and helping me do laundry at my house with my bad children. But don't step in right now, okay? I will come to you for support when I need support.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. It's not paper. It is.
Cellophane.
Could you
You need
I need
support.
support.
You need support. We're thinking it's a kind of cellophane.
Yes.
Commonly used for what?
To wrap candies.
Okay. Yeah. And
There's no candy in it.
maybe it dissolved in the washer.
What does that mean, brother?
Well, I don't listen. We can't say for sure what it means.
Yes.
I thought maybe it dissolved in the washer,
Okay.
but we just want you to explain to us how that happens.
Yes. How does that happen? And how did the candy get in your pocket? Even if it dissolved in the washer.
How did it get in my pocket?
Yeah.
You didn't say that you found it in my pocket. You said you found it in the washer.
Brother,
Initially,
brother.
I think what happened was
Yes.
we assume it was there was one pair of pants being washed.
Right.
Correct?
His pants. All right. Look, I made a mistake.
Yeah. Just washed
I started the load on a single child's pair of pants.
pair of pants.
Yeah.
Size 8.
Right. And then there's nothing else in there. So where else could this have come from?
Maybe it was already in the washer.
Shoot.
From when you did your all pants load of laundry.
Yes, kind of like Captain Crunch's Oops All Berries.
Oops, all pants.
We did an Oops All Pants.
We did it. Oops.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Well, you're very tricky. And for that, I will let you go.
Thank you, Mom.
Welcome, I
Mom.
love you.
Thank you for being tricky.
Wow. Wow. That kid doesn't stand a chance
No.
in the real world.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Wow. Really being set up for failure there.
Yeah, it's not good parenting. I don't think uncles should be directly involved in that.
Probably
Yeah, it
not.
gets kind of. I mean, it gets kind of complicated.
yeah.
And yeah.
There's lots of, as you can tell from the way that scene worked out, the relationship was pretty
Yes.
strained. There's a lot of kind of,
And I just didn't
old
understand
dynamic.
why
was that
uncle
happening?
was there.
Yeah.
And was it just because the mom had said brother?
Yeah.
Why the
And-
uncle was there?
Yeah. Why was it his uncle and not? I mean, it could
Yeah.
just as easily been his dad.
Well, and
His
I thought it was
dad,
weird
for
because the
sure.
uncle did address the mother character as mom.
Right.
Yes.
So I was
well, that happens.
yeah.
Not
No, it's
not
true.
in that way,
Yeah.
not in that creepy kind of way, but you know, when you're in the context, like I will call my wife mom
Sure.
Yes.
in front of my kids. She's not my mom,
Right.
and I'm not trying to convince my kids
Yeah.
of that. That would
Yeah.
be insane.
Right.
So uncles do that sometimes
It
too.
would be wild if you were trying to convince your kids that your wife is your mother.
Yeah.
They know they
not-
know their own grandmother
Yeah,
in most
it would
cases.
Right.
be not. It would be not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did we learn from that scene? That it's important to raise children with the proper.
It's important to be tricky, I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's useful for children to be tricky,
Yeah.
and it is, and that is kind of that. There's the real cat and mouse relationship between children and their parents.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of what
Yeah.
I was taking away from it.
Yeah, and
Okay.
sometimes it's hard for parents or cats
Yeah.
when they get older to let their mice become cats.
Right. To just
You
let
know?
it happen.
Yeah.
It's hard when you see
When
the
you see
little
that-
mouse out there
Yeah.
trying to
Trying to
doing
get their-
more cat-like things.
Yeah. You see a little mouse out there getting their tire patched the way a
Right.
cat would.
Right, like a cat would get its. Yeah, because the mouse doesn't need a cat there to help him
Mm.
figure out how to patch
Looks
the
like
tire.
my boy's mouse days are behind him. Out there getting his tire patch for free at Les Schwab.
Cat's
The
ahead.
cat days are
The cat days of adulthood.
Sometimes are really long to go back to the mouse days.
The mouse days of childhood. You know, I was thinking about that. That's funny because our dad's name is Tom.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. And we used to call you Jerry.
No, well, we have a sister that you could shorten her name to Jerry.
It's
Right.
true.
So,
It's true.
people-
We
but she
didn't
was
call
the
you
least
Jerry.
tricky one. She was the one that was always,
Oh, she was a dutiful mouse.
yeah.
Yeah.
She was kind of like the mice from Cinderella.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Actually,
She
she was.
was.
Yeah.
She was.
She was.
Exactly like that.
She was kind of Cinderella,
Yeah.
but didn't have mice.
No.
Right. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. No mice to help
No
her.
mice to help her. And
Yeah,
probably four
none.
times as many evil. I mean, they weren't step siblings, but evil
Yeah, they were
siblings.
full-blooded siblings who
Yeah.
just would laze about.
Who did treat her basically the same way as the step siblings.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. But, you know, I think the
Oh yeah,
difference
when we would go to a big party and not invite
is
her.
that between her and Cinderella, the big difference there is that I think she actually really liked to do all the cleaning and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
you saw a big smile
Yeah.
on her face.
That is one of the
Yeah.
one thing that people don't talk about with Cinderella is how resentful she
Yeah.
seems of the jobs that she has to do.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just a real crap attitude
Yeah.
about working in the cinders,
Yeah. And you're
Sleeping in the cinders.
sleeping in the cinders.
Yeah.
like, it's not going to get easier,
Yeah,
you know? Those cat days of adulthood staring you right down.
staring you down.
Oh yeah.
And this is
The
just a-
cat days when you
Yeah.
get to dance with the prince.
You know what it means to be a cat?
Yeah,
It means bearing responsibilities.
like a cat does.
Like a cat.
Like a cat does. It means showing up to work on time. It means
yeah,
keeping documents in order.
yeah,
Yes.
It means
It means pooping in a container full of sand,
yeah, controlling that.
waiting for somebody else to come scoop it out.
yeah.
It means
What else do cats do, Caleb?
catching a mouse and eating it.
Catching
Yeah.
a mouse and eating it.
That
Eating
really
your-
does make it
does.
complicated.
It does start to get a little bit less helpful.
Yeah.
Well, it's I don't know.
Yeah. But I guess what we can come to after that is that stealing is not that big of a deal.
That's part of it. Stealing
Yeah.
is not that big of a deal, especially if you're stealing really small things that nobody cares about.
Right.
Things that are left out in the open. That was one of the
Yeah.
interesting things. Those were like it was 5 cents
Probably,
per
yeah.
piece of candy.
Right. Yeah.
When I was a kid, it was 5 cents. So what I did is one time I managed to earn a $5 bill.
Mm.
I just put a $5
100
bill in
piece
there.
of candy.
Oh,
and
man.
I thought, there we go. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay. I'm taking all the candy I want
Yeah.
every time I come here.
Yeah.
I'm never paying again.
Yep.
But then you got to have, listen, this is just, you got to have that little frisson of stealing.
Yeah.
Because there's no way you
Josh,
can prove.
could you translate that for me? I'm not
Frisson.
Quasimodo.
It's like a little bit of like friction.
Yes,
You
I'm
know what I mean?
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I know
And,
exactly what you mean, Josh. I'm
yeah.
not going to go into what.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
But the you get to feel like you're stealing. Like if you got caught, you would not be able to tell somebody.
No.
So before God,
Yes.
right.
you're justified.
Yes.
Yeah.
God's like, well, that employee took that $5 bill and pocketed it, and the store did not see it.
Yep,
And
that's true.
it's
Yes.
justified now.
Right, but like God's not going to hold me responsible for the fact that somebody else stole, my money. Is he?
Right.
Does he
right.
do
right.
that?
Right. Because you were just kind of keeping the $5 bill.
Yeah. Well, no, I was like, the $5 bill goes in the little thing.
Right.
That should go like, if there's an employee who's just stealing, like nobody's safe.
You're saying somebody
Anybody.
stole it out of there.
That's
I
what
was saying
Caleb's
that.
saying.
Oh,
I was saying most likely that
Oh.
money did not go to the
Gotcha.
store.
Yeah, but how can that be my problem?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, when you pay your bill and you just kind of put it out somewhere near where the utility is
Yeah.
or whatever. You just
No,
kind of
no,
put a bill.
I'm
like a
sorry, did I not
envelope
make this
full of
clear, Caleb?
money.
there's like a
Caleb,
container.
there's a little cash box with a
Oh.
locked lid, and you would put your 5 cents in there.
Okay, I thought you
And
were
then-
saying
no.
you put it just in the container with the candy.
No.
Yeah.
No. They cost 5 cents. And
Yeah,
there's a little
okay,
box
I see what
put
you're
it in
saying.
there. So
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry,
you can't
that's on
be,
me.
You can't
Caleb,
be held accountable for that.
Caleb,
I agree.
but I can be held accountable for doing a terrible job
Oh, for that.
of
yeah.
explaining.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That was
It
bad.
would be yeah.
I mean, I got it,
Yeah.
but I am the smart one. So.
Well, we determined that early on. That it's-
I'm the smart one only because of Caleb's sacrifice.
yes,
But that's
I
just,
made you smart.
Yeah.
Actually,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
basically, I made you smart.
So who's really responsible for
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
I'm actually I kind of actually can accept a lot of the credit for how you are.
Yeah. And I don't know.
And I
that
don't think
you
that's
want that.
stealing.
Oh, okay.
It's not stolen valor.
No, this is just
In some ways, Gabe has the stolen valor.
yeah.
You guys want to talk about stolen
I'm kind of
valor?
like a coat. I would kind of like a cannonball coat. Gabe wore.
Well, I mean, I do think about this. It is kind of related to parenting, but at one time I walked into a Target,
Yeah.
and I saw a picture of, well, what I saw was actually a shirt. Another picture. The shirt.
This is one of those times. I think this is one of those times that I'm not going to take credit.
No,
Yeah.
no, he's like,
You're on
Yeah.
your own.
Maybe I caught some shrapnel. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I saw a shirt that had pictures of plants on
Oh,
it.
that's why you got confused.
Yes. So at least there's a reason. My mistakes are easily explained.
Yes.
But I saw a shirt with a picture of plants on it, and it said "Plant Mom" on it,
yeah.
and it actually pissed me off.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's stolen valor. If you're going to use the phrase or the term
Yeah.
mom or
Mom.
parent or
Oh
dad,
yeah. Oh yeah. For anything you take care of.
people saying fur babies
yeah,
in reference to animals that they call pets
yeah.
that would happily eat them.
Well, one
If they
could
died,
die
you
and
know?
there would be no fear of any kind of real consequence.
So
Yeah.
right,
for you.
and so that just is that. I feel like that's stolen.
That's how
not
I
in
know
the
my
military,
kids are mine.
but
are
that's-
real humans.
Right.
What?
Well, if one of them died, I would be like, "Uh-oh, I might be in trouble."
Yes. Yeah. But I did feel like I caught a glimpse into what, the armed people that serve in the armed forces
Yeah,
feel.
what they feel. Yeah.
Because I was like, you keep watering up, like that's like only 10% of being a parent is making sure your kid has water.
Well, it just depends on how you're watering it too. If you can call yourself a mom.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead, Caleb.
Or
keep
dad.
going. You just mean
Well, I would call myself a plant mom if I'm kind of watering it, like kind of like
yeah.
If you put on sort of a brassiere
Yeah.
that has spouts on it.
Yeah.
That's how you.
And then I sort of
Caleb
Sort
gets
of
up, goes up, time to water the plant.
less of a camel back,
plant mom.
more of a camel front.
Yeah.
Yes,
Camel front.
the camel front. If you're a plant mom,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that seems like you're earning that.
okay, yes, that's true.
Like,
As
listen.
you know what, I forgot the illustration on the shirt did have a picture of a woman or just a person, indiscriminate gender,
Yeah.
wearing this camel front
Yeah.
apparatus.
Yeah.
And I did buy the shirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's my PJ shirt. I got it triple XL, so I can wear it to bed.
It's a long
Oh, yeah,
shirt, just like the Highlanders
Yep.
should have.
Yes, the Highlanders are wearing.
If there's
each
any, just like the film that we will write,
Yes.
produce,
Yes.
release.
Yes.
Yeah, the
And-
Highlander slipped out of his cool trench coat and put on a huge
Just to be clear,
t-shirt.
Josh, we're only going to do that if we get the right deal,
Yeah.
right? With
yeah.
a studio.
Yeah,
I mean, we might do some work on spec.
Yeah.
we got to
A
do
little-
some
just a
spec.
little bit.
Yeah,
And just for any agents or
Yeah.
any producers listening, we do have some pretty aggressive terms in the contract about points on the back end.
yeah, definitely. And also to any agents out there, shaken not stirred.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
Secret agents.
And do you know why he
Yes.
ordered his drinks that way? James Bond did.
Because it was more of a man's man, not too fancy.
That is one of the supposed theories.
Yeah.
However, I find this one much more compelling.
Let's hear it.
When you shake a drink, an alcoholic drink such as a martini,
Yeah,
the liquid doesn't combine the same way that it does if you stir a martini. It combines much more thoroughly. So if you shake it, pour the drink, then the water floats to the top. So James Bond, who's always on duty,
yeah.
is not becoming inebriated and having his reaction time slowed by the adverse effects of alcohol.
At the first few sips,
He just takes
If
a
he
couple of
gets-
sips.
If he gets more,
Listen, if he's going to keep... But, I mean, in these films, how often do you see him drinking the entire drink?
oh man,
Anyway, I just thought that was
that's
interesting.
true.
Yeah. If you saw,
Let's
A
put that in
s-
Highlander.
then Highlander.
James Bond shows up.
James Bond
Drinks in
shows up and
entire
just does shots.
Yeah. I mean, it's already there. Sean Connery's in both.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true. That's
Totally.
True.
It's connective
totally.
tissue.
He's being the Highlander's guide, his mentor,
Yeah.
and it's in medieval times.
Yeah.
And he winks at the camera and pulls out a martini
Yeah.
from
Yes.
his coat
Yeah.
and just downs it.
Yeah.
Look, we don't have to do that exact thing.
Right. But that's kind of
But-
the area that we're
Yeah.
talking about. And
Yeah.
Gabe, after we had so many people writing in, asking the question, we just haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay.
Why does James Bond take his martini that way? It was nice to just kind of for you to answer that question.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm glad we stopped down.
Yeah.
And
It kind of takes the
Yeah.
feed out from a number of
Right.
our the questions we've received
This
from
might
listeners.
be a good.
we had a couple
good kind
dozen.
of segment.
Yeah.
Honestly, a good
Yeah.
segment
Yeah.
would just be to answer questions that have not been asked yet. Try to get
Yeah.
kind of ahead of questions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Or in this case, questions that have been asked repeatedly,
Right.
even though we just haven't
Which I
gotten to.
believe
No,
is what
yes,
Josh
I'm
had
sorry.
said.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What I mean is,
I believe that
No, but
Josh...
I think we're on the same page because I like that.
Yeah.
No, but based on
Thinking ahead.
what I heard Josh say,
Right.
I
Right,
believe what he
right.
said was that they had asked this
they
question.
have
a
been
lot.
asking this question,
And
but in my
do you know
head,
how I got that?
how?
I listened to him. I was just sitting
And
here and
that-
I heard him say it.
And that's one of those things, and I'll take credit for that. I will
I
totally
will
take credit for Gabe's
absolutely
listening
divert
ability.
all credit to
Yeah.
Caleb
I will take credit
for that.
Yeah. Thanks so much for listening. If you'd like to submit a question for us to answer, you can do that by sending an audio file about a minute in length to advancedansweringtechniques@gmail.com.
You can also send the audio on Instagram.
Yes.
We'll check it.
Okay, we'll check that. We'll start checking it.
We have checked it.
Okay, good.
It was checked one time, and that was enough.
And that was plenty.
Well, I'll look in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take a peek from time to time.
Thank you.
The more consistent place is going to be the email.
Send it by email.
Send it by email.
Yeah,
If you have Instagram, you have an email account.
Yeah, you might as well use the
yeah,
email.
we know it. We know that you do.
We're still waiting on a picture or money for a question.
So, did I talk to you about this?
What?
I think we need to stop mentioning the picture thing
Oh,
because we have received pictures.
okay. I'm sorry. I didn't
No,
know
no,
that.
no. That's I meant to. I thought I talked to Gabe about it, and I meant
Yeah.
to mention it to you.
Oh, my goodness. Okay,
so we can
never
figure out
mind.
what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just excited to have a little secret with Josh. That's why I didn't tell
But we
Caleb.
have two. It seems to me that we have two picture-based questions,
Yeah.
Fantastic.
image file-based questions.
So thank you to whoever sent those in, and thank you to whoever sent those in.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was trying to play it cool, but
I'm sorry.
no,
I blew it.
it was not your fault at all.
No, it's just another way. Just another way that yeah.
Contribute.
Yeah, it's
It's just another way that I contribute. Yeah.
yeah, it's another way Caleb contributes problems to the podcast.
That's
Yep.
sometimes you can contribute like work
Yeah,
Yes.
and effort
all right.
and problem solving,
Yeah,
and sometimes you contribute the problems.
yeah,
But it's kind of like Kramer.
You all need them,
yeah.
It's kind of like Kramer.
right?
Would
Oh,
you
yeah.
rather watch Seinfeld without Kramer
Yeah.
Oh
or
man.
with Kramer?
Actually, if there all Kramer stuff was happening, but Kramer wasn't there,
That would
That
actually
would
be
be kind of
interesting.
Kind of a ghost.
Kramer. Yeah.
if there was a ghost Kramer,
Very.
kind of
Actually,
like Garfield without Garfield,
so
but it's
now-
Seinfeld without Kramer.
my answer is I would rather watch Seinfeld without Kramer. And the door opens.
Yeah, they all
and
look over
everyone's
there.
like- What was that? What in the world?
Yeah, no one interacts with him, but there's just stuff going on.
What's
yeah.
the deal
Yeah.
with this haunting?
Yeah, that might be
A
good.
poltergeist? A poltergeist!
In the last episode, they zoom into a picture
Yeah.
on the wall,
Yeah.
and then zooms in, zoom in, and then you
Okay.
see Michael Richards
Michael Richards. And then it keeps
in a
zooming
crowd
in
of people,
and
like
it's-
at the end of The Shining.
Yeah.
Michael Richards.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
at the Comedy Store in 2006.
Yeah.
Microphone in hand.
that's right. He's just getting started.
Yeah. He's just getting started, dude.
We've got a song.
Thank you, Josh.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
3, 4. I can only take from you. I said, and my voice was like a shiver, which you would not willingly give. Pulled the world down on the whole town. Chins on the ground. Made me wonder where the slack jaws found the slack. But you better bet your britches I'm never giving nothing back. Never needed a gun, but I always found some way to hurt someone. You think evil isn't fun? You should watch these golden roosters run. I got quite ambitious.
tried to take the moon from the fishes, from the water at the lake. Hung my old crew, cut my hair too, live lavish on only the finest stew. Makes me wonder why the lightning needs the thunder. Better bet your unders when you meet God's finest blunder. Never needed a gun, but I always found some way to hurt someone. You think that evil's no laughing matter? Well, you should hear the pitter-patter when these dumb cattle scatter. You think that evil's a rotten fish? Well, you should watch these golden tadpoles